Hey there everybody, Jeanette Bailey here from easybusinesstapping.com. Thanks for coming to number 3 video of 5 on business tapping. Tapping on Stress and Success webinar. Excuse me, this is probably going to be a practice one here, but for video 3 we are on stress today, and we're tapping, doing energy tapping. It's also called EFT, stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. It used to be called Meridian Energy Therapy, but at least in the States there is a caution to use the word therapy, and that's a whole nother topic. But EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, tapping. I've already taught you the shortcut round, and I've taught you the very first step. Okay, what's the very first step when you're upset and you think about, oh, maybe I should do that tapping thing? The first step is identifying the problem or the worry or the upset or the emotion or the beliefs or the thoughts running through your heads or the argument that you just had. Any kind of thing you feel in your body, like anxiety in your chest and headaches even, and stomach aches and all that. So I've taught you the shortcut round, and while I'm going through this, I want you to think about stress and what you're stressed out about in your life in general or today, and give it a number from 1 to 10. While I just do a short review and tell you what we're going to do today. So we identify the issue and give it a number, and then we set it up with that long sentence that always starts with what? Even though. And it always ends with what? I love and accept myself. So even though I'm stressed out, I love and accept myself. And you say that how many times? 3. And you do that where? Tapping on your karate chop point. You say that long sentence the 3 times, and say it like you mean it. Like really tune into it. The creator Gary Craig, he used to really say it emphatically, like, I'm so, even though I'm so stressed out, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You can also say, I love and accept and approve of, I forgive myself, things like that. Or, I'm still a good person, I'm still a nice guy, I'm still okay, but basically accepting, I accept, I love and accept myself. And then to do the shortcut round, you're basically just tapping on, number 2 through 9, and then you always end every round on the crown, or the top of the head. So you always start with the karate chop, end with the crown, and for the shortcut, you're just going from eyebrow all the way down to underarm, stop. And then when we do the full round, we tap on those points. From underarm, we go straight to the thumb. Okay, around all the fingers. Sometimes we skip that ring finger, and that's because the gamut spot covers that meridian right there. That meridian goes from the edge of your ring finger, the gamut spot, or the triple warmer meridian. It goes up the arm, over the shoulder, up the neck, and sort of up and around the ear. So you'd sort of end almost around the temple, like how girls put their hair behind their ears, and then you'd go down the face, down the neck, off the shoulder, off the side of the arm. But when you get to around the elbow, you sort of turn your arm a little so that you come straight to the gamut spot and straight off the ring finger. That's the triple warmer meridian, and that's a special spot. Actually, this is a really good spot to just rub on when you're stressed out and you're in public and you can't do the tapping, or you forget what to say or whatever. That is a stress point there. It's called the triple warmer in Eastern or Chinese medicine, in acupressure or acupuncture, because it is connected to the 3 main oh my gosh, can't totally blanked out here. The thyroid glands, the three main glands, the pituitary gland, the thyroid gland, and the thymus. And all these glands, see, they're sort of like conductors between the nervous system, which is your brain and your spine, okay, or your spinal cord and your brain. It's all connected. As far as, like, you know, your thoughts and your mind, and then where do your emotions fit in? Well, your emotions get triggered by the nervous system, which is purely electronic. It's an electromagnetic system in the body. I mean, we can follow our brain, our heart rate, and things like that because of electrical impulses. That's what medical devices measure. So how do we get from electricity to an emotion where we're really feeling something? And we usually feel it in our body, like in the chest, or in the stomach, or in the head, or a knot in the throat, tension in the jaw, you know, a lot of things there. And when we're stressed out or we get startled, our blood pressure and our respiration goes up. So we're working with the nervous system, which is the stress response in the body, and then it also has this calm down, like after the storm, when things calm down and your heart rate goes back to normal and all that stuff. There also some endorphins kick in, like kind of to calm you and make you feel good. So where do these endorphins and neurotransmitters, you know, we can get really deep into all this neuropsychology, but okay, let's connect the electrical impulses in the nerves that are in your spine and your brain. They go through the pineal gland, and, you know, the glands is where things can get triggered. A lot of things can happen in the glands. It's very interesting when you get into it, like the lymph nodes, which are well, you have lots of nodes. You have nodes under your arm, like in the throat, and right here in your chest, where like you would pound on your chest like if you were King Kong. Okay, these two spots are actually called the sore spots. If you just push a few fingers right there and kind of rub, they might be sore. They're called the sore spots because sometimes things get like congested and stuck, and you can literally relax the lymph nodes by rubbing there and gets things moving, which helps you physically, for real, really helps you. Don't want to get too offside. Okay, so we're talking about the triple warmer spot, and that's the gamut spot. If there were a triangle on the back of your hand, the two knuckles would be the bottom of the pyramid, and the top of the pyramid would be the gamut spot. Why it's right there, I don't know. There's, you know, nothing seems that special compared to any other spot on the back of your hand or between fingers or whatever, but that spot is a meridian. Now what's really interesting, you know, Chinese medicine has been around for 10,000 years. 10,000 years. Even prior to that, they have found remains of, you know, ancient humans who had tattoos on them that were, you know, that corresponded to certain meridian lines that, for example, corresponded to arthritis or something. So we know that there was some sort of, they knew how to help the body heal itself by stimulating its positive energy. So you could stimulate your positive energy by listening to music that's moving to you, you know, or by exercise, or by Tai Chi, or by doing acupuncture, or if you're really good at, you know, maybe the positive thinking thing and getting yourself into a certain state of mind, like Tony Robbins talks about, you know, getting a state into a certain state and being able to duplicate that high performance type state. Now what makes that state, what makes you get all excited? Well, that's your endorphins and stuff going on. So all this stuff's connected. So when we do the full round of tapping, think of it as a sandwich, and the bread of the sandwich is okay, well, back up. The first thing and the last thing are still the same no matter what round you're doing. Identify and give it a number. It's always on the karate chop. You always say those 3 sentences. Even though I'm stressed out, I love and accept myself. Then you do whatever round you're doing, and you always end off the top of the head, or at least that's the way I do it. There's lots of different versions, but these main points are the main ones in just about every tapping methodology that you could find out there. And you can Google this. There's a lot of really good practitioners out there for various things. But I'm using it for stress of marketing online, because I just saw, because that's how I got here. I mean, I literally got online because I lost a job. I was in social work and counseling for many years. I did have my own coaching program, but it wasn't quite enough, and I always sort of wanted to get online anyway. Okay, fast forward, I'm here now, and then I had all these issues come up, and all these fears and stress, and worry about competition was a big one, and just all this other stuff about, you know, do I have the ability to, do I deserve it even, you know, all these little issues, all these whatever fears. I would just take a look at them a little closer, and then when I identified, wow, that's what's kind of scaring me about it, I would tap on that. I literally tap my way online, and that's what I want to give you now. So the basics are the same. You start with the karate chop. So the sandwich of the full round is you do the tapping, and then you go straight to the thumb and you tap on the hand. So we're going to add the hand in. That's what I really should have said in the beginning. We add the hand points in. That's all the tapping round is. And we add the gamut spot, where we actually rub the spot. We don't tap, we just rub that spot, while we do some left-right brain stimulating exercises with the eyes. So I'll teach you the eye movements and the some sounds also, and some thinking and some non-thinking. Okay, so that's the meat. That's the meat of the full round, is doing the gamut. And then the other slice of bread is once we're done rubbing the gamut spot while we do the eyes. And I'll walk you through this step by literal step. You'll get it down. You go straight to the eyebrow, do another round of tapping, add the hands tapping, and then off the top of the head. No need to hit that gamut spot anymore. That's like something in the middle that we do between 2 rounds. 2 long rounds is, all it is a shortcut, and add the hands. Then you add the meat. Then you tap around again. Okay, so that's the full round. Real hard, right? Alright, so today we are going to do tapping on stress. Yay, it's my favorite one. This one comes up all the time. Why? Because it's life. Straight lines are for dead people, okay? We're not always going to be at a 0 like a kitchen chair, you know, day in and day out. We go up and down, up and down. And sometimes stress builds up, and sometimes it's sudden, sometimes it's triggered. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's good stress, there's excitement. Think of it like a roller coaster. Everything your body goes through for excitement is the exact same physiological things your body goes through when it's scared to death. So it's all the same nervous system stuff going on. I have a whole class that like really gets into all that detail, but we're going to do a round. We're still going to do a shortcut round, because I've already talked a bit here, and the next one we're going to do the full-on round. We're going to like jump right in. It'll probably be the shortest video, because we're going to just do it, because I've given you the training now already. I've explained it. And then the last one, we're going to do some positive choices once we clear the negative out, so that's really cool too. But on the stress, now doing a shortcut round again. I'll walk you through it here in the end in a second. I'm just pointing out about this remaining round. We talk about this remaining round. So we might do a round of tapping on stress, and then that SUDS number went from an 8 to a 6. So what do? You do another shortcut round on stress, and that number goes from maybe a 6 to a 5. You do another round on stress, and maybe it comes down to like 3 or 4. Okay, there might be some remaining. So we do another round, and we just switch the words up a little bit. So we say, even though I still have some of the stress remaining, I love and accept myself. And then when you go to the points, instead of just saying stress, you would say remaining stress. This remaining stress, this little bit of stress that's still left over. That's basically what we're saying. So we do a setup on the karate chop 3 times. Let's do it now. And we're going to do a shortcut round on stress. We're going to recheck your number. And then we're going to do a remaining round on stress. And we're going to recheck your number. And then that's it. Real easy. On the karate chop point. Tap there right now. And say 3 times. Even though I'm really stressed out, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm so stressed out, I love and accept myself. 3rd time. Even though I'm so stressed out about this or that, you know, fill in the blank, whatever comes to mind. Even though I'm so stressed out about all this stuff, I love and accept myself. Or as Gary Craig would say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And you'll be amazing how that shifts your energy, which is really cool. Where do you go now after this 3 times? Oh, the eyebrow point. So tap there. This stress. This stress. Tap, tap, tap. The side of the eye on the bone. Stress. Tap, tap, tap. Under the eye. Stress. I'm stressed. I'm really stressed. Under the nose. I'm so freaking stressed out about this. I'm gonna freaking lose my mind. Now to the chin. I'm so stressed out. This has got me. I am so stressed out. Collarbone. This is really stressing me out. Under the arm. This is stress. Jeanette, you're stressing me out. You're telling me all these weird tapping points. This stresses me out. This looks weird. I don't get it. Tap there anyway. Tap a few off the top of the head. All this stress, man. All this stress. Let it go. Take a nice deep breath. And tune in to the stress and what number could it possibly be now. So write it down. I hope you wrote it down in the beginning. Write it down again, and we're going to go back to that karate chop point. Even though I still have some of the stress left, I love and accept myself. Even though I still have some of this kind of stress, I'm stressing about the stuff still, I love and accept myself. One more time. Even though I still have some of the stress, I love and accept myself. And on the eyebrow, tap, tap, tap. This remaining stress on the side of the eye. This remaining stress under the eye. This remaining stress under the nose. This remaining stress under the chin. You can go this fast even. This stress that's just this little bit of stress that's still sort of left about this one little thing that's sort of on my mind. Okay, collarbone. This remaining stress under the arm. This remaining stress, this little bit of stress that's still sort of there, off top of the head, this remaining stress. Take a nice deep breath and look back at what you were stressed out about today or just now. And if you had to give it a number between 1 and 10, what would the number be right now? So I'm hoping that the number is lower, and it's also just basically low enough to manage, you know, much lower than you want to get from a 6, 7, 8 or above, obviously, you know, down to a manageable 3, 2 is fine. 1, 0 sometimes happen, but at least you've, you know, shook it off, sorted it out, for lack of a better word. Alright, so that's our shortcut round, and we did it on stress, and we did the remaining round, and we know all these basics, and we're going to really be ready now to work on frustration, where we get into the eye rolls and on that gamut spot, and a full round coming up right now. And just so you have the directions, let me leave you here. This has been Jeanette Bailey. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please leave a comment. Email me at businesstapping@gmail.com. And I do have websites, but I have Gmail because it's Google, and I want to be part of the whole Google circles and all that stuff going on. So, you know, all my stuff is connected to that name, connected to my physical location here in San Diego, California. No worries. I'm a real person. I'm really here. And this is really over. So thank you so much.